off Seth.
I don't understand. I don't think that'd be how the feud ends, though. I don't know.
No,
I don't think
I
it's.
think they have a rematch probably at Royal Rumble after that, and then
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't see Seth also being the Intercontinental, or Dean being the Intercontinental Champion at come WrestleMania season. That's just kind of hard for me to believe. I feel like they're going to try and get them involved because right now those are the biggest stars on the show. They're going to want them involved.
yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I really just don't think that Seth Rollins leaves TLC with the Intercontinental title.
I also don't know what they would do with Drew McIntyre in my situation with Brock Lesnar versus Rollins. But I don't know. That's so much speculation, though. We'll just stick to Seth. I don't think Seth makes it into TLC with the Intercontinental title. I think they're going to do something else. I think you got to build up other stars. If I was doing this, I would say, hey, we got to build another star. Let's give the title to someone else. Unfortunately, you got two of your better stars. You got Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. They're dealing with the tag team. They're not even really, I guess they're dealing with the tag team division, but they're not really doing anything there.
Yeah, I was trying to think of who would take it off of Rollins then, and the people, literally the only person I could think of, it was either Chad Gable or Finn Balor or someone like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of really anyone right now, but yeah. There's gotta be someone else I'm missing. Elias is there.
Oh, okay. That's a face versus face at this point then.
Well, yeah, you just do the
they
open
do
challenge.
that,
You just do the open challenge, and then Dean screws Seth, and then Elias just kind of holds on to it.
Okay.
But yeah,
and then what is? Then,
I don't
then,
like. I agree with you though.
Do Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins have their match still at TLC? Then it's just not for the Intercontinental title.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think they just take the Intercontinental title off of them.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you do want to keep this title on Seth though, because they don't have Brock Lesnar, so you got to put an Intercontinental title on a really big star.
That's kind of why I'm thinking that he loses it at TLC to Dean.
There's no DQ, so I mean, yeah, I guess it would be go to Dean. That favors the heel. If there's no DQ, it always favors the heel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's still a lot to be left. We'll see. There's how many? 2-3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. Well, 2 more shows, yeah.
2 weeks, yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I agree with you though. I feel like the favor of Seth Rollins leaving TLC with the title is very slim.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I think Seth Rollins is geared for more. He's going to be the top star going forward, considering where the star power is right now.
I think for him, a guy who has done so much and been, quite literally the workhorse for Raw over the past year, that, he's been Intercontinental Champion for a lot of the past year, but I think that, if you're going to ask him, a guy to do him to do that much for your company, and he's going to do it and deliver exponentially more than what you asked him to deliver, then yeah, you need to reward him at that point with at least, a high-profile feud and, maybe possibly the Universal title. I'm not really sure.
I think he deserves the Universal title. We'll see what happens. With
I think he deserves that. I don't know if they'll give it to him, though.
I thought of another guy that can take the IC title, though.
Who?
It's going to be a heel, and he's going to get a lot of heat, and he's going to do very well with the title. He has a manager that's going to promote him and make him look really good. His name's Bobby Lashley.
Oh, you're talking about Lashley.
Yeah, 100%. I think Lashley actually should get the title.
That's not a terrible idea.
I would like Lashley to get it. He'd be such a mean heel, and he's already they built him up as such a hard guy to beat. I think he'd be a very good guy for the Intercontinental title. It would make it look still pretty prestigious, and you'd have to build a few faces to chase it.
You wouldn't even really have to he's so much bigger than Seth Rollins too. You wouldn't have to make book a screwy finish to convincingly have him be wow, okay, if Bobby Lashley beat him, you'd be oh, okay, that's kind of shocking, but it's not unheard of. And then all of a sudden, like instantly, like Bobby Lashley has credibility again. Like Seth Rollins is so hot, he's not going to lose any credibility just for losing the title. Like, I mean,
I agree. I completely agree. So, well, we've been talking about this for a while. Everyone can tune in with their own thoughts, what you should do with the Intercontinental title. But hey, let's move on.
All right, so let's get to the low point then of Monday Night Raw, and definitely the week, I would say. Nia Jax delivered a promo that made me want to, run through a brick wall just because it was so horrible and it would kill me. I mean, good God, Mikey, what were your thoughts on this?
That was one of the worst promos I've ever seen. She had so much heat, and like you could see the heat. The heat was there. She came out, she got the boos. And that's what you need in this company. As long as you're getting a reaction, you're doing good. You're doing very good. Keep the reaction. So she comes out. She starts delivering the promo. She's like, oh, I'm the face breaker. I broke Becky Lynch's nose. And everyone's like, oh, boo, Becky, but boo. And you're like, all right, okay, you're fine. And then she just keeps repeating it. But she repeats it with terrible delivery. Nothing about it seems authentic. It just seems like you're just saying this at this point. It seems like you don't believe in any of this at all. You seem very uncomfortable up there. We want to buy you as a heel. You're bigger than everyone else in the women's division. You're stronger than everyone else in the women's division. You can kick everyone's ass. We believe it. And we just want you to be booed enough until Becky can kick your ass. And that's fine. You're doing your work as a heel. It's the business. You're doing good. But when you just keep delivering the same thing over and over with terrible delivery, terrible promo, it's just hard for us to continue to buying it. And then when Ronda Rousey has to come out there and save you, a woman who's been working for what? How many months now? 6 months maybe? Less than that probably? 6 months. It's probably about
April to now. We're almost in December, so I mean, like
7 months. Yeah. So yeah, and she sounds like a star on the mic compared to you, and that's terrible. You're so much better than that. You've been there before. You've worked with Alexa Bliss, who is a terrific mic worker. You've worked with so many other people. It's just outstanding to me that you can deliver such a bad promo on this is probably the biggest point in your career. You've had the most reaction in your career, and this is what you're going to do. It's just unbelievable.
I think part of the problem though too, Mike, is that we'll talk about we'll say like in wrestling, like all like every reaction is like a good thing. Like no reaction, like as long as you're getting a reaction, like you're doing the right thing. And like I will absolutely buy into that. It's like, all right, like whatever you're getting a reaction from the crowd, like that's good. That's all you can really hope for.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, when that reaction though is people booing her, telling her like you can't wrestle, like chanting at her and stuff like that, like that I'm sure like maybe that might be the one exception to the rule. I mean, because that's just ridiculous. I mean, not like, okay, I'm not going to say like that's just ridiculous because it's warranted. She took the hottest name in the business, maybe not in the business, but the hottest name in the company out like because of a careless shot. I mean, you gotta, I don't know. You can't. I think that WWE has made the wrong move by leaning into it, to be honest with you.
I like the move and them leaning into it. I think she hasn't come in and taken her own for it. I mean, yeah, you're going to get called, you can't wrestle, they're going to boo you. But hey, once you put on the match and you get your ass kicked, you're going to get the boos. Everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to see Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. Am I right?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that we're going to get it. I mean,
that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going to get it or anything, but I'm saying, as heat standpoint, as the reaction standpoint, it doesn't matter what if they're cheering. You can't wrestle. You want to see the match. You want to see Becky Lynch beat the living shit out of her. You want to see her win. You want to see her beat her. So I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want from wrestling. You want the bad guy versus the good guy, and then you just have to continue the momentum. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I don't know. I just want to comment to you about the Ronda aspect of this whole thing. Was that if we remember, a couple weeks ago when she was getting booed after at Survivor Series after Charlotte turned heel on her, all it took for Ronda to get back over was for her to interrupt that horrible Nia Jax promo. And instantly she was back to being the most over person on the Raw women's roster. I thought that was pretty funny.
I mean, I agree. I don't ever thought Ronda was like unpopular. It was just her going against Becky Lynch.
I agree. We talked about that too, about how it like wasn't really the issue of Ronda. It had nothing to do with her. It had everything to do with the fact that we were angry that Becky Lynch wasn't there, and it was just kind of people taking their frustrations out about that, and that was really
it. Wasn't even like real frustrations. It's like, oh, we love Becky Lynch, and you're the person that Becky Lynch doesn't like. So we're gonna boo you. We're gonna boo you.
Even simple. I mean, even just a simpler explanation of like, hey, this is our favorite wrestler. Our favorite wrestler is in a feud with you, therefore we don't like you. I mean,
Ronda's done so great. Of course, everyone wants to cheer for Ronda, but I mean, when you got Becky Lynch, who's the hottest act in WWE, it's hard to. You saw what Stone Cold's done to everyone. You saw Stone Cold and he gets The Rock booed. He's gotten everyone booed. You see what Hulk Hogan did when he came back versus The Rock. He was the heel and he got WrestleMania that year. You see it all the time. It's not like that. It's just picking your favorites. I'm sure WWE knows that. Fans act like WWE doesn't know that, but they know that. Come on, they've been around.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
All right. Yeah, you got anything else about that?
No, I mean, Nia Jax really fucked up. She had a really shitty promo. She's got next week, though. She's got 2 weeks to build on it. So she needs two really good weeks. She needs 2 really good weeks, and hopefully you can forget. I mean, good news for Nia. This Raw was all stinkers, so hopefully everyone just forgets it.
That's true. All right, let's move on to something we've dubbed the Raw Tag Team Dilemma. Mike, would you care to segue us into this next segment?
So let's talk about this Raw Dilemma. The tag team, it's not going too well. We got people peeing on robes. The AOP, they're not looking that very strong. It's going bad. I got an easy fix. So, TLC, everyone knows it. They remember it. Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardys. Did I say the Hardys? The Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian.
Dudleys, Edge and Christian. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So we got that. They were all young guys coming into the business. Well, the Dudleys have been around for a while, but I mean they were young into the business of WWE. So you come in. We got AOP, very young. We got Gable and Bobby Roode, very young. And then we got the Revival, very young in WWE terms. So why not give them the chance to operate at a TLC match, triple threat? They're going to deliver. All these guys have been in high stakes match, huge matches at the at NXT. All these guys are NXT veterans. They've all had like the huge matches before. They're going to deliver. So I would say put them in this match, and that would be one of the best matches. That'd be an NXT quality match, I think, that they would deliver. Just give them the NXT writers. Do anything you can. Let them do that, and that would deliver. And literally do the exact same thing you did with Edge, Christian, Jeff Hardy, and the Dudleys, where they shake hands. Like, man, that was the best match we've ever had, and we just want to respect you guys. And everyone, they wouldn't even care, because wrestling's recycles anyway. It repeats. It's cyclical. I mean, that's what it is. And I'd accept that. It'd be the new age of the tag team, and that's what you need. The Raw tag team is having a problem. Give them that.
Yeah, don't forget, too, that the Authors of Pain won their NXT tag team titles from DIY in a ladders match at NXT TakeOver. So
exactly. I was thinking about Authors of Pain and what is it called? What was the last TakeOver called? War Games. And they were in the War Games, and they delivered so well. They can do it. They can do whatever they want. They're fantastic. They don't get the chance to deliver in the ring. The Revival is the most incredible tag team I've seen in so long. And then Gable has so much talent. He's more talented than Kurt Angle in the ring, honestly.
Wow, spicy hot take from Mike today.
He is. He just doesn't get the push because he's a little smaller, and they don't want to. His charisma might not be quite as there as Kurt, and he doesn't want to make an ass out of himself. Kurt Angle, he made an ass out of himself. He did whatever WWE had him do, and he made it funny.
Yeah, Kurt Angle definitely had that rare combination of just charisma and then